Hello. Welcome, everyone.
Hi.
So I have to tell you something interesting. Shabbat, I was reading my regular Tehilim, and when I got to the last pasuk of the perek, I said, whoa, what does it say here? Let me go and learn this perek very well, because I was just, and I'm going to tell you what it is that shook me so much when I read this perek. I read it every single Shabbat for years and years and years. But suddenly the last pasuk just stood up in front of my eyes and made such an impression on me, because that's what my father always told me. So the way I would like to do the perek with you now is first we're going to just read the perek and explain very simply. And then we're going to go and look into the mefarshim. Okay? So we're going to start למנצח לדוד. מנצח, as we said, is the conductor. You know, when you have a choir, when you have music playing with a lot of instruments, you have a conductor who conducts the music and tells everyone, you know, he goes like this with his hands or with the stick. And so that is the conductor. Why? Because this is a song. So, למנצח לדוד. You really should know that according to some opinions, this perek, the one who said it was Adam HaRishon. This perek was said originally by Adam HaRishon, and then David, because the Tehilim was said by many people, and David composed it. He said most of the Tehilim, and he brought other prakim that were said by others. So according to some opinions, this perek was said by Adam HaRishon, and you will see why it is so befitting for Adam to say it. אתה ידעת שבטי וקומי. You know my coming, my going, my sitting, my relaxing. Who knows everything we're doing at every moment? Only Hashem. Nowadays with the media, yeah, many people post every step of their life so other people know, now he's here, now she's there, now. But in reality, who really knows every moment of the way? If we're sitting, if we're standing, if we're laying down, if we went to the, if only HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and that's what it says. אתה ידעת, you know, שבטי, as I sit, וקומי, as I get up. בנת לראי מרחוק. בנת מלשון להבין, you understand, you comprehend. לראי רעיונותיי, my ideas, what I think. You know my thoughts from far away. Everything that goes through my mind, I cannot hide it from you, Hashem. אורחי ורבעי זרעת. אורחי is my path, my derech. ורבעי is when I lay down, but it really refers to לרבוע. Many times it refers to having relations, okay? When a couple is together. So he says, you know my ways. You even know when I have relations. And what happens when a man has relations, when a person has relations? Millions of sperm come. But Hashem chooses only one of them to become a new life. And that's what it says, Zareta. What does lizrot mean? You know, when the farmer takes the wheat, gathers it, and then they bang on it so the peel would come off. And then they throw it in the air when there is wind, and the peels blow with the wind, and the wheat kernels fall down. So that is zoreh. That's it's one of the 39 melachot that we are not allowed to do on Shabbat. Melechet zoreh, to throw the wheat after you bang on it in the wind. The wheat is heavy, so it falls back down, and the peel blows with the air, and that's how you separate it. So that is zoreh. So it says, Riv'i zareta, that when the sperm comes, it comes millions, but Hashem sends others away, and he picks just one to create a new life. V'chol drachai hiskanta, he picks the one that he chooses to have life. From the millions, Hashem chooses one, and he says, this one will have life and not the others. V'chol drachai hiskanta, and every of my paths, every one of my ways, you learn it, you know it. Ki en mila bilshoni, before there is a word on my tongue, I didn't get yet to express myself, to say what I want to say, and you already know what I'm going to say. And Hashem yadata, Hashem, you know everything. Even if I don't say, you know what I want to say. Achor v'kedem tzartani, you created my back, you created my front, and you put your hand on top of me, that you don't let me go where you don't want me to go. As if there is, you hold on to me. We don't have we have some choice, but in many ways Hashem is holding on to us. The Mefarshim explain that when we want to go away from Hashem, he holds us and he doesn't let us get far. He does whatever he needs to do so we would remember that there is God and start praying to him and come back to him in so many different ways. He puts his hand on our head and says, hey, come back. You can't go so far. That's not what you were created for. Pli'at da'at mimeni. This is so wondrous. It's something I cannot comprehend. The getting up, the sitting down, we do it. But do we know how we do it? Do we know how our body moves? Do we know? We don't know that. We don't know how our body moves. And that's what he says. Pli'ah da'at mimeni. It's all so wondrous. I don't understand even what I do. I talk. You know, sometimes there is children that can't pronounce certain sounds. Do we know how to teach them how to make the sound? No, we have to send them to a therapist. Why? Because we make the sounds, but try to explain what you do. You can't explain it. We can't even say how we talk. We don't know how we swallow. We don't know how we see. We don't know how we move. We don't know anything. And that's what it says, Pli'ah da'at mimeni. It's something I cannot understand. What I myself do, I don't understand it. Nisgeva, it's way above. Nisgav means above. It's way above me. Lo uchala, it's something that I cannot reach. It's not on my level. Ana elech meruchecha. Where can I go to run away from your spirit? Is there a way I can hide from you, Hashem? Can I say, today I want to escape? I don't want Hashem to know what I'm doing. Today I'm going to have, I had to go on a diet because my blood pressure went up. I either had to go on medication or diet. So I chose diet. And you know what? Some days I say, today is going to be my cheat day. The doctor doesn't know. If I don't go on the scale, if I don't take my blood pressure, no one is going to know, right? Can we do that with Hashem? Can we say today is going to be my cheat day? We can't. There is no place that we could run away. Ana elech meruchecha. Where can I go to hide from your spirit? Ve'ana mipanecha evrach. And where can I run away from your face? Im esak shamayim shamata. If I spread my wings and I fly all the way to the skies, there you are. Ve'atzia sheol hineka. And if I go underground, some people think that when they're going to die, that's going to be over. That's going to be peace. We go underground, and what happens? Here you are, Hashem, you found me. We think we could hide there. We can't even hide underground. Ve'atzia sheol, I prepare my bed underground. Here you are, waiting for me. There is nowhere we could hide from you, Hashem. Esa kanfei shachar. So I say, okay, I'm going to spread my wings in the morning. You know, when the sun rises, here I am. I'm going to do something. Eshkena b'achrit yam. I'm going to go to the horizon of the ocean. Gam sham yadcha tancheni. Even there, your hand is going to have control over me and move me however you want. V'tochazeni yaminecha, and your right will hold on to me. You will never let me run away, because that's not what you created me for. You created me to be with you. You want me with you, and therefore, but like we said before, you grab me from the head and you pull me back. You don't want me to run away. You want me with you, and I know that, Hashem. You hold on with your right hand, you grab onto me, and you don't let me go. Va'omar, and I say, Achoshech yeshufeni, velayla or ba'adeni. Even in the dark, I cannot hide. The night is like day for you. You see, you have night vision, Hashem. I can't say I'll hide in the dark, because for you there is no darkness. Gam choshech lo yachshich mimeka. The darkness is not dark for you. Velayla kayom yair. The night is light like a day. Kahashecha kaora, like darkness, like light. Ki ata kanita kilyotai. Because you own my kidneys. The kidneys refer many times as the source of our intelligence, where we process our thoughts. I know medically it wasn't proven yet, but in our writings it says klayot yoatzot. It's the kidneys that advise us. So he says, you're the owner of my kidneys. So obviously all my thought process is owned by you. You know, when you have something in the computer, if you're connected to the internet, Google knows everything, right? If Google knows, Kal v'chomer, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows. Tesukeni beveten imi. You're the one that when I was in my mother's stomach, you were like the sukkah. You were hoovering. You were the one that I was by you as if you were home for me. Or another explanation, sukkah is like schacha, that you're the one who, just like we built the sukkah, we put the layer of this and layer of that. That's how you built me in my mother's stomach. Odecha al kinoraot niflaim maasecha. I admit, leodot is either to admit or to thank. Because your ways, your deeds, your creation are so wondrous. They're so amazing. ונפשי יודעת מאוד. And my soul knows a lot. Our human brain doesn't know it all. We have a stop. We have a limitation in our flesh brain. But our soul knows it all. That is part of Hashem. And our soul knows everything. What makes us not know what our soul knows? Our physical body. The moment we get disconnected after death, suddenly we know everything. Before we are born, we know everything. Before a person breathes, goes out to the world, he is in his mother's stomach and he learns there all the Torah. The Malach sits and teaches him the entire Torah when he's in his mother's stomach. Why? So when he comes out and he learns Torah, it should be easier for him. It should be like a review and not like a first time.
Yeah.
So he says, Nafshi yodaat meod. I don't know, but my soul knows a lot, knows everything. לא ניחד עצמי ממך, אשר הוסתי בסתר. Nothing is, how do you say, להחיד דבר is to deny. Nothing was denied. Nothing of my bones was denied from your knowledge. There is nothing that you don't know. There is nothing that I could say, okay, this I don't let Hashem know about me. That's a joke. Why? Asher useti better, because in the hiding in my mother's womb, when
like she, I had to open the door and say, hi, Joshua. And it was just like, it's stupid. It was embarrassing.
Rukamti means, Rukamti means, give me a second, okay. Rukamti, lirkom is like embroidering. So first he says, you made me and you embroidered me when I was in my mother's stomach in the hiding. Betachtiyot aretz, in the bottom of the earth, because that's where the womb is. In the body, in the stomach, it's basically the lowest part of the body. The legs and the extremities don't count. The part of the body where everything is, what's on the bottom? The uterus. Okay, so that's why it says in the bottom of the earth. Also, in many places, the woman is called the earth of the world. Why? Because just at the earth, you put a seed in it and you get a beautiful tree. Same thing with the woman. You put a seed in her and she creates a human being. So that's why the woman is being called many times as the land, because she could be fruitful. So the bottom of the earth is the bottom of the body of the woman. So again, nothing was hidden from you. You know, some children are born with birth defects, with this missing, with that missing. Is it by chance? Is it by mistake? There is no mistakes. You know it all. And you decided who is going to look like this and who is going to look like that, and who is going to be short and who is going to be tall, and who is going to be blonde and who is going to be redhead. And there is no secrets from you. And everything is perfect, exactly the way you planned it, and there is no mistakes. Golmi ra'u enecha, golem, you know, when the butterfly is still in the, what do you call it, that they make like a cocoon that they stay in. So that stage is called the golem. So it says golmi, just like a fetus in the womb. It's like the worm in the cocoon before it becomes a butterfly. Ra'u enecha. You know, the doctor makes a sonogram. He more or less could see what's there now. But Hashem already knows when he sees us in our mother's womb, when there is nothing to see, when you don't see a heartbeat yet, you don't hear a heartbeat, Hashem already knows, ooh, this person is going to be a king. This woman is going to be the mother of Mashiach or the grandmother of the Mashiach. When no one knows if it's going to live, if it's going to be a miscarriage or not, Hashem already knows what this person is going to do. Not only that, Hashem showed Adam HaRishon all the generations from Adam until the last person until Olam Haba. Dor v'dor shav, every generation, who is going to live, how long they're going to live, who is going to be whom. And he showed him, it says that when he showed him Rabbi Akiva, that Rabbi Akiva would know how to give a drasha, how to explain how on the sheen of the Sefer Torah, it has like a crown. So each line on the crown, what it refers to, what it's talking about. And Adam was so excited to see that Rabbi Akiva will be there. And he also saw a very special neshama, but that neshama had no life. And that was, he asked, what is this? So Hashem told him, yeah, he doesn't have life. You know, we come to this world, we think we come to the world and we deserve to live a long time, or it's normal to live a long time, but that's not really the way it is. Every person comes with his round trip ticket, designated from before creation, what type of life, how long our life, everything else. So Adam said to Hashem, is there such a concept in this world of gift? Can I gift that neshama, the neshama of David HaMelech, can I gift him life? And Hashem told him yes. So Adam gifted 70 years from his life to David HaMelech. And that's why Adam lived 930 instead of 1,000, while in those years, everyone lived 1,000 years. And Adam lived 930 because he gifted 70 to David HaMelech. So, says David HaMelech, you were able to see me in the cocoon when I was still in my mother's womb. ועל ספרך כולם ייכתב, when every person is written in your book. ימים יוצרו, every day, what they created, what they did. There is nothing that runs away. ולא אחד בהם, not that you say, okay, one of them you keep track of. No, every single one is being kept track. There is no one that can escape. ולי, and for me, מה יקרו רעיך אל, how dear to me are those who befriend you, Hashem, that are considered your friend. Nowadays, we live in a generation that you see the world has an agenda to fight God. Whoever God is for them, but they have an agenda to fight him. That whatever God created in nature, they're going to say it is not so. Hashem created man and woman, they're going to say, no, not necessarily. Hashem created man and woman to match together, they say, no, not necessarily. Hashem created that there is rich people, poor people. No, let's do everyone the same. That there is a king and there is a... No, the king, he has no right to say, we're going to make him shut up. He doesn't have the right to talk. The leader of the world has no right to talk. Things that are completely against the way Hashem created the world. And it's not the first time. We had this before when? In Dor HaFlaga, that they said that they built a tower to go fight Hashem. What was that tower? Who knows what it means? Maybe something similar to the internet, who knows? And they thought with that they're going to fight Hashem. So it says here, Veli ma yakru re'echa el. To me, your friends are so dear, Hashem. I love your friends, Hashem. Me'atzmu rashehem. Their heads are so powerful, such a strong. That's what I look up to. That's the tzaddikim in every generation. Esperem mechol yirbum. If I'm going to want to count the good deeds of all the righteous people that love Hashem, they're going to be more than the sand by the ocean. There is so many people who are so good and they do so much mitzvot, every person in his own way. Hakitzoti ve'odi imach. Hakitzoti could be the ketz, the end, could be also to wake up. So he says, even when it's all the way to the end, I will still be with you. When my end will come, I will be with you, Hashem. Im tiktol elo harasha ve'anshei damim suru meni. Please, Hashem, get rid of all the wicked and all the murderers, that they should get out of here. How good would it be if we had a world clean of all these people who are there to destroy the world, who are there to hurt other people for money, for this, for power. Please, Hashem, clean the world for them. Asher yomrucha limzima nasu lashav arecha. That they, even when they mentions God's name, it's just because they want something out of it, to look good, but they don't mean it. Nasu lashav arecha. Arecha here refers to oivecha, your enemies, Rashi says. Your enemies, even when they mention your name, it's lashav, it's in vain. It's only for a political speech. You know how our one of the people now in the government says, that you only say when you're running. You know, it's just whatever. No shame even to say, I only say what's convenient to say. So they mention God's name to appeal to the public, but not because they mean it. Halo mesanecha Hashem esna. You should, Hashem, the people who hate you, I will hate. Uvemitkomemecha, and those who go against you publicly, et kotat, I will fight them. I will not sit still and say, why should I fight? Don't say anything. No. People who come out against the Torah, against Hashem, I will fight them. I will not keep quiet. I will not allow anyone to get up and talk against Hashem or against the Torah. Tachlit sinas netim. I hate them, a full hatred. Le'oivim hayuli. I consider them my enemies. Chokreni el veda levavi. Search me, Hashem. Check my heart. Know my heart. Bechaneni, test me. Veda sar apai. And see what my thoughts are. See if I'm being honest or not. And this last pasuk is the pasuk that because of it, I decided to learn this perek so well. Ur'eh, and see, im derech otzev bi. Check to see if there is a path of what is otzev, atzvut, sadness in me. So you know what's so amazing? The whole perek is talking about Hashem, you know me inside out and you know everything about me. So please, I invite you to come and do an inspection And I bet that you're going to find there is nothing wrong with me. What is nothing wrong with me? What could be wrong? Check to see if there is unhappiness, if there is sadness in me. And this is what my father taught me, Zichrono Livracha, Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livracha, that the worst thing a person could do, the biggest pleasure we could give the Yetzer Hara is to be sad. Nothing worse than sadness. Nothing worse than sadness. We have to put every effort to be happy. Why? Because if we're happy, we show that we are thankful to the Borei Olam for whatever he gave us. And if we're sad, it's as if we're not agreeing with Hashem. If I agree with Hashem and I know it's all for the good, how could I be not happy? So a person who is happy, it means that he feels comfortable in Hashem's hand. So when I saw this pasuk, I said, what? After all, Hashem, you know me inside out and you know all my whereabouts. And now let's see if there is something wrong with me. And what could be wrong? What's the worst thing that could be? If I'm not happy, if I'm sad. It's amazing, amazing how careful we have to be about the midah of to be besimcha, to be happy. Okay, now let's go back and look a little deeper, because I did skip some beautiful explanation that if I would go deep, then we wouldn't get the complete picture. I wanted you to see the complete picture first. So, למנצח לדוד מזמור. השם חקרתני ותדע. השם, you look and you will know. What does it say here? The Mefarshim give us an example of, for example, let's say there was a king that conquered a city. And he liked that city very much. He liked the people. So he built for them a beautiful, beautiful city. But not only above ground, he also built the city beautifully below ground with tunnels in case they would ever be surrounded by an enemy, the people would be able to escape underground and be safe. And the enemy wouldn't know that there is an underground city. So one day, the townspeople decided to rebel against the king. And they said, but don't worry. If the king comes, we're going to hide underground. Now, is that a joke? The king that built the underground, you can't hide from him underground. If it was someone else, you could go hide underground. But from the king who built the underground, there is no way to hide underground. And that is the story with Hashem. That he created the entire world. He created the afterlife. He created death. He created birth. He created everything. So there is no place to hide. And not only there is no place to hide, but he is holding on to us. He doesn't let us go far. If we go far, he pulls us back. So we might as well know where we belong and say, Hashem, I want to be with you. Because at the end of the day, that's the best thing that I could do for myself. אתה ידעת שבטי וקומי, בנת לרעי מרחוק. You know my getting up, my sitting down. Here David HaMelech says, you know that when I was sitting relaxed, what did I do? I went to build the Bet HaMikdash. I didn't just relax. I said, okay, let's do for Hashem. And when I had to stand up to run away from my son who rebelled against me and wanted to kill me, what did I do? Did I complain to you, Hashem? No, even then I sang to you, Mizmor LeDavid bevorcho mipnei Avshalom bno. Even then I was thanking you and I was with you, and for not one moment I complained and I said, where is Hashem? Never. No matter what, when I'm running away, when I'm in trouble, when someone wants to kill me, and when everything is good. Some people, chas v'chalila, somebody is sick, there is a problem, then they remember Hashem. But when everything is good and they're making good money and they can go on nice vacations, they forget that there is Hashem. They go on a vacation, they forget that there is Shabbat, they forget that there is tzniut, they forget that there is kashrut. They forget because everything is good. Says David HaMelech, when everything is good, I was with you. And when things were so tough, my own son was chasing after me to kill me. I was with you and I was singing to you, Hashem. אורחי ורבעי זרעת, וכל דרכי הסכמת. Says the Ibn Ezra that when you choose which sperm I'm going to be created from, you already know how I'm going to smell and how I'm going to taste, and my eyes, how they're going to see, and everything. People look at it and they think it's a nothing, and you already see me with my children and grandchildren and the deeds of all of them. What we don't even see with our eye, you see it until the end of the generation, what this little nothing is. That's your power, Hashem. Before I take a word out of my mouth, you already know how I'm going to say it, if I'm going to say the wrong word by mistake, if I will be getting in trouble because of what I said, what the reactions to what I said will be, who will fight with me because of what I said, what's going to happen later because of the word that I said or didn't say. You know it all, Hashem. אחור וקדם צרתני, ותשת עלי כפיך. You created either my back and my front, or we come to this world, and in a way, we have a free will. But that free will is within a frame, because we can't really do whatever we want. We can't choose our health. We are born in a certain place, and that's limiting to who we're going to be and what our abilities are going to be. We can't choose our parents. We can't choose our children. There is so much that we're within a wall and we're stuck. And that's achor v'kedem tzartani, like a matzor. You put a wall in front of me, behind me, you grab me from the head. So I'm not completely free. I do have a free will to choose how I'm going to react to things. But I don't really have so much choice of what will happen. My reactions, I do have a free will. And you, Hashem, know in advance what my reactions will be. Why? Because you know me so well. You know, when you have children that you know them very well. You say, what color lollipop do you want? And you know who is going to say yellow and who is going to say red, because this one says my favorite color is blue. And that one says my favorite color is red. And you know who is going to pick the blue and who is going to pick the red. Why? Because you know them so well. The same way you, Hashem, I can choose what color lollipop I want, but you know what I'm going to choose. And you know what's going to happen after too. פליאת דעת ממני נשגבה לא חלה. Whatever I don't know about myself, you know. You know everything. Where I'm going to try to hide, you know. You know that I can't hide. You know that even after we die, we can't hide from you. Then we really have to face you. The only difference is that now we kind of don't know that. But afterwards, when the neshama gets disconnected from the body, then it's clear, then it's known. Can we go hide across the ocean? No. Can we hide in the sky? No. Can we hide underground? No, says David HaMelech. Can we hide in the darkness? No. Okay. So, therefore, what is there for me left to do? To thank you, Hashem. To thank you. And to really understand that the best thing I could do for myself is be close to you and follow your path. There is really nothing that I can do for myself that would be better than that. Stay away from the Rashaim. Stay away from those who fight Hashem, who talk against Hashem, who talk against the people that Hashem put in the world to lead us in his paths, to love the Chachamim, to love the Tzaddikim, to hold on to them, to actually not to allow someone talk against Hashem and us sit quiet. We can't allow that. To hate them. Interesting. Some people think you shouldn't hate everyone. You should. No, says David HaMelech, those who hate you, Hashem, I consider them to be my enemies. Yes, I do have enemies. Who are my enemies? Those who hate you, Hashem. And at the end, as I told you, look if there is a path of sadness in me. Some Mefarshim don't explain it the way I explained it to you, but rather they say, look if there is in my paths a way that makes you sad. Test me, Hashem, look inside me and see that there is nothing in me that will make you sad. Okay? So it's either the way I explained it to you, check to see if there is sadness in me, because that is the biggest success of the Yetzer Hara, to make us sad, to make us depressed. Or that check me, Hashem, to see if I make you sad. If it's not that I'm always constantly want to please you, Hashem, and give you pleasure. I hope you enjoy this perek. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you so much for joining. This time, I can't even tell you thank you for giving me the opportunity to learn this beautiful, beautiful perek, because as I was reading Tehilim, I said, I have to understand this. This is something very beautiful that never jumped at me, and this Shabbat, it just jumped at me. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rebbitzin. Thank you so much.
Yes, we loved it. Thank you. My mom also listened to it, so we all enjoyed it
was
together.
Your mother. She looks like your sister. I thought it was your sister.
No, it was Harriet. No, my mom is. I didn't want to show my mom.
Okay.
No, that was Harriet. Blonde Harriet.
Yeah, I said, what did she do to her hair?
She says it's a COVID hair. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. We all enjoyed
Your
it very
mother
much.
enjoyed it, Harika.
Yes, she did. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
All the best.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Rabbi.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining.